Yeah, I bet you know this man. Well, I'll give you a little while to think about who he is. In the meantime, let me tell you where we're heading. Well, we're heading to Kemmerer, but we're coming from Soda Springs, and I just wanted to show you a little bit of the countryside as we drop down through southern Idaho on into the northwestern corner of Wyoming. Farmland, mining land, and some small towns along the way. This is an intersection. I forget what this small town is, but if you turn right, you go to Cokeville, and we're just heading south here.
Proceed about 2 miles to your destination.
Okay, so now we're approaching Kemmerer, and we drive through the town a little bit. You can kind of see it. That's a museum in that church, kind of a historical museum about the area. And this just goes on into the main street, the old town. And let's see here. Okay, so this building right here on the left, I'll be talking about here in just a minute. And this is a nice center park. And that's where I was standing by the statue of the man. He's right there on the left. Did you see him? But when we first came in, we just kept on going through. There's a fossil gallery, and I don't know, there's some interesting things to do if you're into that sort of thing. So it would probably be a nice town to hang around for a little while. The weather wasn't too great when we were here, so it was getting late, and well, we needed to find a place to stay and get something to eat. But so we had to go all the way to the end of town. And that was the restaurant we ate in, and those were some cool dogs. So, well, here's my Welcome to Wyoming sign. And a little more countryside. And believe it or not, I am getting to that man, the statue I was standing next to. Yeah, so for some reason my video shots got a little mixed up. So here's a little more countryside. And here's just kind of a map. That's where we were headed, to Kemmerer. And of course there's Lucky. Alright, so that's just another entrance. This is the other. And that was our lovely dessert. Hey, behind me is actually the home of JC Penney. This was his homestead. Let me turn it around here. So it's not open, but we are in the town of Kemmerer. We're in the town of Kemmerer, Wyoming. And this town is most known because this is where the very first JC Penney's was. Look at this cute little homestead. So they've preserved that. We can't go in there, but hopefully today we'll get to go to the JC Penney's, the very first JC Penney's, and it still operates as JC Penney. Okay, I'm showing you the inside of the original JC Penney store. It was called the Kemmerer store at the time, and it actually was the first concept of a general merchandise store. And you can see up on the walls some of the original items from the store. I can't go in because it doesn't open until 11, but you can see pretty good from the window. Looks like they have some good sales too. So this continues to operate. I'm going to see if I can actually zoom in. There's the upper floor. Well, here's a few more stills, and then we drove around, saw a little bit more of the town. And eventually, I do meet up with the JC Penney statue. That's right. That is who I was standing in front of. There's the courthouse. It's really a nice little town. There's Mr. JC Penney's. They have a nice statue of him. That's on the back side of this statue. James Cash Penney. I never knew that C stood for cash. Here's just a few more shots of the town. That's the nice little park. Anyway, there you have it. I met up with JC Penney's. That's just a big cemetery they have there in the town. Well, as you can see, it's raining. The weather wasn't that great, but I did want to go back to the town for a second after we went to the cemetery. So across the street here is the original JC Penney store. We're in Kemmerer, Wyoming. And so this is the back side of the building, which I just showed you earlier. And I thought that this was maybe some original displays from the JC Penney sounds, but this back half is an antique store. So that might be something antiquers would enjoy going into. I tried to get some I tried to get some pictures of it, and then a lady came out and met me because she noticed I was filming, and she actually talked to me a little bit, and that's how I learned it was an antique store. I thought maybe it was some original displays from the JC Penney's, but no, it's not. It's just an antique store. Okay, well, there you have it. And now, if you didn't know it, now you do. That was Mr. JC Penney's himself. How about that? If you want to get your picture, go to Kemmerer, Wyoming, and enjoy this nice little town. Thanks for watching Travels with Lucky. That was our adventure in Kemmerer, and stay tuned for the next one.